Hi Gemini, welcome to your Oracle of Love reading for singles. This is for those who are interested to see if romance is coming in, if there's a potential relationship, and who will it be with. Okay, Eight of Chalices. This person could have a foreign link. This person could be leaving somewhere to come to you. It's about going on a journey. This person is taking a journey, whether it be emotional, whether it be a spiritual journey, whether it be a physical journey. This person is guided because there's been lack and limitations around them, and they're coming on a journey to meet you. I feel things are in motion already. This person, wherever they are, wherever she or he is, this person is coming towards you. So if you've been trying to manifest, visualize, and bring this person in, they're definitely on your way. Things are happening behind the scenes, and a series of events have been triggered that will bring this person to you. It could be on travels, it could be on a holiday, they could have a foreign influence. You might meet them crossing paths on a journey. You might be taking a holiday, a spiritual journey. And I think this is where you might meet here. They could very much enjoy travel, be well-traveled, worldly, cultured. They could be from a foreign background to you. Okay, the Devil could be someone under the sign of a Capricorn. The Devil card is someone who can be highly sexual, maybe a little bit manipulative, controlling, obsessive, possessive, very protective. Someone that will want to put a label to the relationship quite soon. This is someone who's extremely attracted to you. This is someone who you may have already been physical with. You may already have been intimate with this person. Or your first time you encounter them, you may be physically intimate with them. With the Devil card, it can indicate that they are perhaps like to have the upper hand in relationships. It can be that they like that sense of control, awareness. But you'll feel very drawn to this person, and it's a connection that you can't necessarily explain. It could be a very strong, lustful connection that you have to this person, but you feel chained to them. Something keeps drawing you back. The way they'll treat you, whether it be good or bad, will keep drawing you back. And somehow, for some, it could be an affair. This relationship could start off on a physical note or be an affair. They may be doing something that's taboo, something that's hidden, or maybe have secrets or secretive behavior with the Devil. Okay, Four of Pentacles. Couldn't be an earth sign, as I said, Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo coming in here. This is someone you're going to be quite clingy to. This is someone that is going to be clinging to you. And it's someone that wants you all to themselves, Gemini. They love your creativity. They love your air. They love how light and breezy you are. They adore how you can manifest things. They adore your optimism, your attitude towards life, towards sex, towards relationships. And that they'll definitely want to have you all to themselves is what I'm seeing here. But I think you will also be quite clingy to this person. I think it will be reciprocated. So they're on their way to you, gems, definitely. They're quite money driven. It can be greed. They might work in finance, with finances. Or they lock people into contracts, because we see the Devil with the chains here locking people in. So they're locking people into some sort of contracts and making money off this contract. They make good commission or bonuses or sales. I think they like the city life with the Four of Pentacles. They're very much driven by, and if it is this earth sign, they're very much driven by the earthly pleasures, and they like to please all the five senses. Luxurious surroundings, affection, touch, sensuality. But they're quite money driven, quite ambitious. Okay, Six of Pentacles, again, earth energy down here. Let's put it here. There's generosity here. or needing help. They may have needed help. It could have been help because of a sexual addiction. It could have been an indulgence or an addiction. They had a drinking addiction, AA. It doesn't have to be addiction with the devil, but it can be indicative of this. But I think they're coming out of that and they're coming into a stage that's more balanced. So there could have been imbalance around this person here with the scales here and these two people pleading. It looks like they've been in a position to help others before, or they've recently asked for help themselves. But there's a nurturing nature to this person. I think there's a lot of money around them. So whether they deal with finances directly or the company sponsors them, or charities, they sponsor charities somehow with the Six of Pentacles, but things are in balance. They could have a bit of, that Libra energy within their chart maybe. There's generosity here. You possibly could meet at a charity event, a holiday, a charity event of some kind in a foreign city, in a big city. Very strong first attraction. First impressions are really, really good. You're very attracted and you'll be very drawn together. You might not necessarily be able to explain the feeling, but you'll be very, very drawn to them. Okay, there's a few men wearing hats here. So regardless if it's a male or female, they could like wearing hats. They could be a milliner. They could be wearing a hat when you first meet them. They could work in that industry maybe. Queen of Cups. There's a lot of emotion there. This person is quite emotionally invested. They are wanting commitment. They have a lot of love to give. They could have a moon sign, a water moon sign. So in Cancer, Pisces or Scorpio with the Queen of Cups, they are driven by emotion. I almost feel like they'll have obsessive thoughts over you, or you'll have obsessive thoughts over them. Looking at this reading, it could be a little bit of unhealthy thoughts, yes, because it is the Devil card, but this is someone that can potentially fall in love with you and vice versa. Queen of Cups, this beautiful energy. This is the Holy Grail for some of you. This is someone you're wanting to run away with, so to speak. And some of you might, gems. They can provide you a lot of adventure, satisfy your sex drive, be quite generous and kind and earthly. But at the same time, they do want emotion. And they do want affection, and they will want commitment. There's stability here. The Six of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. They are someone who wants stability, commitment. For others, this could be a fleeting romance that could take place overseas or on a holiday, and you connect on a very physical level, and only later, after a certain amount of time, will you develop something more emotionally bound with them. They could travel quite often for work, but I think you'll see a lot of potential in this person. Maybe not right away. I mean, the commitment won't come right away, but eventually you'll see that there's someone who you possibly have been waiting for quite some time. Okay, the Three of Wands. The Three of Wands in this deck here is all about flowering papyrus, fruits, fertility. There's a possibility to get pregnant with this person if you are a female, or if you're a male, to get this woman pregnant, because there's fertility here. They could also work with children and relationships, or locking couples into a contract. So they could be working in IVF. They could be a pediatrician. They could work in that sort of industry where they provide, through finances, they provide people the ability to become pregnant, or maybe they coach, coach the medical board with artificial insemination. It could be this. There's fertility with the Three of Wands. Birthing. So they could be an obstetrician. They could work in that medical field. They could have lots They might even have a child, or there's an unexpected pregnancy potentially here, Gemini. Um, mm. It could be a third party situation. I'm not feeling a strong one, but there is potential for that because it is the Three of Wands. But in this deck, it really is about seeing things blossom. So it could take 3 years, it could take 3 months, it could take 3 weeks, but you will really see the worthiness of this person and how much you'll want them in your life, Gemini. And then you have the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is allegiance, it's dependence, it's asking for help, it's having a support system, a network. There's someone asking for help here, and I'm wondering if it's anything to do with this person regarding an addiction or financial help. Maybe they need financial help. There's someone asking for finances here. But in terms of the relationship, I feel like you'll have a good support system. And they will demand a lot out of you, Gemini, because they do want you to be a part of their world. And they do want your allegiance. They want your encouragement with the Seven of Wands. They'll ask you for help. They'll turn to you for a lot because they'll see you as the Holy Grail here, and they've got it in their hands and they don't want to let you go. Not that easily anyway. Okay, the next card, the Knave of Swords. This is air energy. The Knave of Swords is someone who is quite charismatic. This person does maybe work with books, work with writing, sends messages. There's communication coming from this person. Something about, it could be a message, a text message. I think after you meet here with the Devil, I feel like you'll meet face to face, and after this meeting happens, there's written communication coming in. This person will contact you. It could even be that you might initiate the contact because this is an air sign. We have the swords here, and this is you writing things down, sending them a message. So I don't think you'll hesitate to take the initiative. But there's communication between the two of you, a letter, a text, an email of some kind here. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. Seven of Pentacles is exchange, it's growth of funds, it's life assessment. I think you'll seriously be contemplating a long-term relationship with this person. It may start off more physical rather than a commitment, but I think in time you'll see that this person is wanting to move in, wanting to travel with you. I almost get like real estate with the Four of Pentacles, so it could be that you might end up moving together or looking at properties. They could even work in real estate as well. But the Seven of Pentacles is this assessment of life. It's the growth of funds, and assessing this person, assessing their eligibility, so to speak. But there's strong earth energy more than anything in these cards. Could be fire too. But again, we have Earth with the Queen of Pentacles. Very strong attraction to this person. Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of abundance, of marriage. I mean, in this deck, she does represent marriage and an asset of some kind. And we see, her cloak that's partly open. So there's a very strong chemistry with this person, Gemini. Very strong attraction. They could have a lot of married friends, or they could want marriage. With the Queen of Pentacles, regardless if you're after a male or a female, this person is physically everything you want them to be, Gemini, and possibly more. The attraction will be so intense, but at first I feel it will be more lustful, more sexual attraction rather than anything else. But over time, you will see that this will blossom, as we saw with the Three of Wands, into something really, really, really beautiful. Now, they could work with finances, consultancy. They could work in real estate, in the beauty industry. They do have admirers around them though. They're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. They're very attractive to a lot of people because of their charm. Definitely they have this magnetism about them that attracts a lot of females or males. So maybe this is why they'll be clinging. That will be happening here with the Four of Pentacles. It's either you will be very clingy towards them because you'll be possessive, or it will be vice versa. But I'm thinking it's more them. It's either they want to put a label to the relationship quite quickly, want the relationship to happen very quickly. Very interesting. The next thing I want to look at is what this person's previous relationship was like, their past. So I'm going to lay out 5 cards and we're going to have a look into this person's past. I think it's a strong air sign, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. But you've had air signs come up for quite some time. So their past, what was their past relationship like? Okay, their past relationship, Ace of Cups. So they were very emotionally attached to the last person they were seeing, they were dating, they were in a relationship with. There is a chalice here with a dove, what does look like the Eucharist, the communion. So they might have even been married to this person, or seriously contemplating marriage, or engaged with the Ace of Cups here. So they were very much in love. The Ace of Cups is a very strong emotional bond. So maybe that's why they're carrying a bit of that possessiveness or protectiveness, because they've been quite hurt. So you may find out about this. As I said, they could be harboring secrets, and I think you'll find out eventually that they were, ready to wed someone with the Ace of Cups. It could be a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio, that they had dated. And they were very much in love. Okay, the Hierophant. This is the traditional marriage card. So as I said, it's someone that they were wanting to wed, or did wed, or perhaps they started planning. Perhaps they started making these plans because they knew they thought this was the person that they would spend the rest of their life with. The Hierophant is seen as the marriage card. It is seen as a priest, a Catholic priest. A lot of people saw them together, and a lot of people thought a certain way about them. A lot of people thought on the outside they did look quite happy, but they weren't. They obviously weren't. But I have a feeling it's a strong earth sign that's coming in. There's a Taurus here and a water sign. But they genuinely thought that this was it. And they're wanting marriage. They're wanting commitment. So with the Hierophant, he does have a lot of people, well, he, she, let's go by whichever energy you need to, that's appropriate for this reading for you. But the Hierophant is someone that is very revered. I think they still have a lot of respect for this person, despite it not having worked out and not having led to marriage. I think they still hold a lot of respect, and this says a lot about this person's character, actually. The fact that they still hold this person in high regard. The Hierophant can reflect someone that's in the public eye, someone that is viewed, someone that is watched. So there could be that this person still looks at their ex's social media, or you might find that they have logged in and searched for their ex on social media, or they see them quite often. So I'm not sure if they still live around the same area, in the same neighborhood, in the same town, work with each other, but they see them quite frequently though. Quite often is what I am getting here with the Hierophant. So this is their past, which is a good sign that they're wanting commitment. It may scare you away a little bit, actually, Gemini. Just a little bit. But, you know, it's going to take them time. I feel like they need to... Okay, so the Four of Wands have come up. Okay, so again, strong marriage here. All these three cards represent very strong marriage cards. They might have been with someone who was married before or someone who is married now, but there's strong marriage around this person that's coming in for you. So they're definitely wanting marriage. I feel like they're quite social. They see their ex through social events, possibly. Again, we see the Four of Wands. It is a card of celebration. It could have been that this relationship was more for show than for anything else, whether it was because their family put pressure on them and they had to look like they were taken. They had to look like they were leading up to marriage. They had to perhaps convince people of something with their past relationship with the Four of Wands here. It was quite an eventful relationship. There was a lot of adventure. This person they were dating was quite social with the Four of Wands. And they could have been a fire sign. But this celebration, they celebrated this, something about a celebration. They could have ended their relationship just after they celebrated a birthday, an anniversary, an engagement. And they might open up to you and tell you this as well, once you get this relationship going. What else about their past relationship? Okay, foolish behavior with the Fool card here. They did want a new beginning. They were on the edge of a breakthrough, but I think they were doomed. It wasn't going to work with the Fool card here. Strong Aries coming in with the Fool card and the Four of Wands. It can be new beginnings, but I almost feel like they took a chance on this person. Because with the Fool card here, I feel like they were blissfully unaware of what was ahead for them with this relationship, and they surrendered. So there was foolish behavior going on. They were made a fool. Something embarrassing happened around the relationship or the ending of the relationship that has made them feel somewhat foolish, but they've surrendered. It could have been a mutual breakup, or maybe they finally submitted and said, I'm going to align myself spiritually and not put myself in that position because I deserve marriage and this is what I want, and it's fallen apart. They could have been cheated on as well, though. As I said, there is pain with the Fool card. Maybe someone was insincere. Maybe someone played them for a fool. They could have packed up and left. We see the Fool card here. He's got his backpack and he's on his way. He's leaving things behind. I think they're ready for new beginnings, definitely. But I think they're still healing. The Ace of Cups is water. It's healing. They're still healing over this person. And they're very self-critical about how it ended and what happened. Okay, the Six of Wands. I feel like they made their relationship quite public to other people. This could be where the foolish behavior comes in. The Six of Wands is someone who's seen quite well, someone in the spotlight. I feel like there was a lot of pressure. There was a lot of people getting involved in this relationship around them, whether it be family friends, whether it be colleagues. Maybe they work together because the Six of Wands could be a work card. They might see each other at work still. But the Six of Wands is a lot of people had put a lot of pressure, and I think it just got to a point where it was too much for them and they couldn't move past it. They couldn't make it be what people saw on social media on what the family thought they were like. It was a somewhat facade. It's almost like it was foolish behavior. They were fooling themselves because it wouldn't eventuate into anything else. And if it was a fire sign, I feel like this fire sign wasn't ready for the marriage and wanted to either travel or work on their career, or still live quite a social and partying lifestyle, and it just wasn't compatible with what this person was wanting, and hence, they broke up. It didn't work. Now, potentially, if you couple up with this person, let's have a look and see how your relationship will be with them. On the left-hand side, I want to do how you'll feel about them, and on the right-hand side, how they'll feel about you. So how will the relationship be when you come together? Okay, you've had a card fall out. Ace of Wands. This is actually a really beautiful card. It doesn't pop out too often in this deck, but the Ace of Wands is a strong card. It's the sky god Horus. It talks about new opportunity. This is a divine. This is a deity here. Action, new opportunity, flight, and freedom. Wow, so you're going to feel like this person is divinely orchestrated and has come into your life, and you feel a sense of liberation around this person. Brand new opportunity. And, in the Rider-Waite deck, we see what do we see? We see I've had a mind blank. We see the hand of God holding the wand, holding the rod so strongly. But here we have the beautiful Ace of Wands. This is also, there's divine connection. This is the universe that has orchestrated this for you. And I think you feel I think you're still getting a lot of freedom with this person, despite their possessiveness or protectiveness. I think because the bird is one of flight, it's a very delicate creature. So it could be that the relationship is delicate at first, is quite tender and delicate at first, but you definitely see a sense of freedom, and you feel liberated to be with this person. You feel liberated in the relationship. You feel high, happy. This is really beautiful. Okay, the Lovers card. It's almost like Cupid. Look at you. We see Cupid up the top here. Regardless if you're a male or a female, you feel like you are placed, you are prioritized, and you are placed above all others. And it's almost like Cupid is showing you that this person is supposed to be with you. This person is supposed to be in your path for one reason or another. You might have someone around you around this time when this person comes in, Gemini, because there's 3 people in these cards here. So there could potentially be this other person coming in, but you'll choose them, and you'll know in your heart, in your mind, in your higher self that you want to be with this person. The universe will be almost, they couldn't make it more obvious. They have this bow and arrow here, but there'll be signs. And you'll just feel like this is a very long commitment coming in. Could potentially lead to marriage. You'll definitely see them as someone you can fall in love with. Someone that you could spend potentially a long time with the Lovers card here. If there's a third party situation, it's around you. So it's someone else that's coming in around you, wanting to pursue you, not them. So the 4 of Pentacles. The 4 of Pentacles in this deck, it talks about fairness, equality, division of goods. It could be that you move in together. That it's a very fair relationship. It's a very practical relationship. And this is what you like to see, Gems. You like this practicality, and you like someone who is sensible and responsible, but at the same time, you do want someone who is similar to you, but you'll complement each other in a really, really good way here. It's dispersal, fairness, equality, a very balanced, harmonious relationship. This is how you'll see it. And you'll see it in the physical. You'll feel it, you'll see it, you'll receive it. Wow. I think your relationship will be quite fair, very love-filled, a lot of passion and sexuality. We have the bird and the lovers here, definitely. And them, okay, Four of Chalices. They sense your duality. They sense there's another side to you. The Four of Chalices is representative of the two ladies of Upper and Lower Egypt. Well, the bird represents two ladies of Upper and Lower Egypt. So seeing a different side to someone. So they're constantly going to be illuminated by you, your personality, your duality, and this is you. There could be times where they're a little bit unsure. There could be a bit of shake-ups. Again, the bird, liberation, freedom, but emotionally they'll see another side of you. They might not like it. The Four of Chalices can be bad luck. It can be just a bad period. It can be obstacles. So they might not like your lack of commitment. Maybe the fact that you might want to be too free. So the relationship could struggle a little bit there. There could be obstacles. There could be these times where they're really unsure about where you stand. And it's all about emotional security for them. Okay, you have the Knight of Chalices. Again, water, a lot of emotion here. This person is quite emotionally invested with the Knight of Chalices here. The Knight of Chalices is an offer of emotion. It's a gift. It's a close friend. It's a lover. They'll fall in love with you, Gemini. I feel there'll be a stronger attachment from them than from you to them. But again, this could change. Certainly it could shift, but definitely in the beginning. They're wanting to make you this offer. They wear their heart on their sleeve. And they'll tell you what they've been through, what they've seen, what they've done. And they want you to console them. But they will provide you a lot of affection. I think they'll be honest with their emotions. They'll be quite open, and I think this you'll appreciate. Okay. The Knave of Wands. Knave of Wands speaks about sexuality, cordiality, action, adventure, intensity. There could be a certain intensity about them. This has come up a few times. I think this is their nature, this is their personality. They could be an earth sign, they could be a fire sign. Regardless, they're driven by lust, by passion. There is a certain intensity. Now, this could be sexual intensity, but there's the need for adventure. There's the need to have this constant connection with each other. And they can be quite demanding. So I would advise, if this person does come into your life as a Gemini sun, this can be overwhelming. But yet you can feed off each other in a very amazing way. And whichever way it is, emotionally, mentally, physically, sexually, they will provide you with that adventure that you so crave. But it can be overbearing at times. So this is when maybe you need to step back and have your own time together, because there'll have to be this balance. But if we look in the middle here, we have the Hierophant. This relationship could lead to marriage, could lead to engagement, long-term commitment, stability. If this is what you have been waiting for, I love that it sort of opens it up, for the Hierophant here. Absolutely beautiful. So for those that were interested in a private Oracle of Love reading, please feel free to email me. Otherwise, thank you so much for tuning in.